Hey everyone, welcome to Properties of Logarithmic Functions. This is where we're going to use the product, quotient, and power rule to help us expand. We're going to expand logarithmic functions. We're going from itty bitty to 1 to multiple. So that's what you should see from here to here. One logarithm single to multiple logarithms, okay? Except for the power rule here, you have a single logarithm and you just bring the c out front, still one log. Okay, when you multiply two things together in a single logarithm, you expand that by adding the two. And notice it's the same log, same base, okay? So log base b of r over s for quotient rule becomes log base b of r minus log base b of s, okay? These are the three properties you want to think about with the two examples that I'm going to present to you in this video lecture. So the first example here is expand using the property of logarithms to, we want to expand log base 10, well, log of 8xy to the fourth. So let's just go ahead and we're going to go ahead and rewrite this logarithm. Okay, so I got to change the way I hold this so you guys can see. So we have log of 8xy to the fourth. Okay, multiplying together, multiply, multiply, multiply. So this would hopefully tell you this is a product rule. The product rule simply says, hey, subtract or add those logarithms together. Log 8 plus log of x plus log of y to the fourth. Okay, so we have this written out. That is a product rule. Okay, so pay attention to the 8. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this, okay, for you, because we have one more rule that we're going to apply. We're going to have that as 8 being 2 cubed. Okay, then we have log of x plus log of y to the fourth. Okay, now what we're going to apply here is the power rule. Okay, that's the power rule because we have two powers, and so now we're going to swing that 3 and that 4 out front for us. So I'm going to bring the 3 out front. I'm just going to rewrite that. So 3 log, the 2 stays the same, the log of x stays the same, plus now we're going to bring that 4 out front, and then we're going to have log of y. Okay, so that is our first expansion. And notice how we're expanding a single logarithm. And now in this case you have 3 logarithms. But that's the simplified form of this, and we used 2 of the 3 properties there for us. Okay, that is our first example. Okay, and our second example is going to be this one right here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and expand. That's a natural log. So that's a logarithm with base e. Okay, so that's not too bad. So we have ln of, the numerator is the square root of x squared plus 5 all over x. That's the denominator, x, using the properties. So let's just go ahead and rewrite this. So I'm going to write natural log of the square root of x squared plus 5. And I always rewrite the problem for you. You don't have to, okay? In case I screw up, I have a separate sheet of paper, basically. Now, let's just use some algebra here. Let's just rewrite the numerator. Something square rooted is the same thing as that something being raised to the 1/2 power. Okay, so I rewrote that, and then I'm going to leave x alone. Now, I'm dividing two things. So our properties tell us we're going to use the quotient rule. So I'm going to take the ln of the numerator, so it's going to be x squared plus 5 to the 1/2 power, minus the natural log of x. What's really great, the second part of this is already done. So now we look at it and say, well, there's a power, and you should use the power rule. Bring the 1/2 out front, and then leave the ln. Now, be careful, x squared plus 5 needs to remain in parentheses because this whole thing is to the 1/2 power. If you left off the parentheses, it could go to either term. So just keep that here, okay, and we just bring down the ln of x. So lo and behold, there is our expansion into 2 natural logs. So that's just a couple extra examples of how to expand logarithms. Okay, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. We'll see you next time.